Ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Jewin from Glove Up or Shut Up Wrestling Observer and AngryMarks.com, where I'm also known as Stevie J, and I also know this. Benson Henderson did not win 4 out of 5 rounds. I don't know what Sal D'Amato was watching. I know what I was watching from cage side, and let me just say, if you saw this face, I'm sorry. I'm cursed with it. But then, so is Josh Thompson. He's cursed with the fact that decisions do not go his way. Benson Henderson pulls these things out again and again. Normally I don't have a problem with it, but this time I'm really perplexed. It's just amazing to think that a judge believes that he didn't win that fight when Thompson had more dominant positions, more takedowns, was outstriking him with a broken right hand, or at least a broken finger on his right hand, I might add. I thought there was no way that Josh Thompson was not the better fighter for at least 3 out of those 5 rounds, 1, 2, and 4 in particular. I was hard-pressed to find anybody who didn't think Thompson won that fight when we were all waiting around for the press conference to begin. Seemed to be the consensus that Josh Thompson got robbed here. What are you going to do, though? Shit happens. That's why they say never leave it to the judges. At least Donald Cerrone didn't. He got the head kick knockout, a pretty big one at that. Adriano Martins never saw it coming, but once it came, lights out, boom, that's all she wrote. 4:40 of the first round. He picked up a $50,000 knockout bonus for it. The other bonuses were $50,000 to Alex Caceres for the submission that he got at 4:39 of the third round, rear naked choke over Sergio Pettis, but they both got a $50,000 fight of the night bonus, so Caceres picks up $100,000 for a submission bonus and a fight of the night bonus. Other fights, if you didn't see the card, Krylov beat Walt Harris in the first round real quick, 25 seconds, so expect Nikita Krylov to move up in the cards in the future. George Sullivan beat Mike Rhodes, although the crowd did not necessarily favor that. But then again, Mike Rhodes is a local fighter. They're kind of fans of him. I've seen him at RFA 10 in Des Moines. He's got a good reputation locally, so I think the crowd may have played favorites here, but at least it seemed arguable that he won, so I was kind of surprised he lost the unanimous decision. Darren Cruikshank was in the running for a knockout bonus when he beat Mike Rio with a wheel kick and punches on the ground. 4 seconds left into the second round, but Donald Cerrone did what he did, and that was all she wrote. Hugo Viana and Junior Hernandez had a real hard time following that. I think the crowd was kind of pissed off at the slow pace of this fight. Viana was ahead in the third round and kept backpedaling, so Hernandez just had enough of it and started mocking him and doing backpedaling motions with his feet. That got the crowd into it. They were laughing. They enjoyed his antics, but it didn't turn the tide of the fight. He lost a unanimous decision. Chico Camus defeated Yausen Mesa 30-27, 29-28 times 2, but really this was a bad fight. He beat him by a little bit each round, so he beat him overall, but he really didn't do much of anything. It was not an impressive performance. Eddie Wineland did have an impressive performance, and he was in the running for that knockout bonus because he beat Yves Jaboin TKO at 4:16 of the second round. Never looked bad at any point in the fight and is clearly ready to step up to face somebody above him in the rankings. But of course, Barao and Faber have to settle that next week first, and then we'll see what he gets after that. Other fights, Caceres and Pettis I told you about. Jeremy Stephens and Darren Elkins, a little bit of an upset there. Stephens was fighting a ranked guy, but he got the nod here, 29-28 and 30-27 times 2, and deserved it. He was outstriking Elkins throughout the fight, and Elkins did not turn it on till the third round, at which point it was too late. So, sucks to be him. Stipe Miocic got better as the fight with Gabriel Gonzaga went on and picked up a 30-27 times 2 and 29-28. Gonzaga really started fading in the second round. His hand defense dropped. He was breathing hard out of his mouth. You could tell he was running out of gas, and Miocic just picked him apart and didn't take any chances. When Gonzaga went to his back in the third round, Miocic would not jump into his guard, which was smart because he could have gotten submitted late. So you can't disrespect his choice. And that's going to do it because you know about the rest of the card. I've got nothing else to say. I'm Stevie J.